Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, and we are back with our Barca videos. And as a Barca supporter, these few weeks have been very disappointing, getting knocked out of Europa League and also losing 3 back-to-back home games. This is really hard to see Barcelona struggling like this. And also, it's not only about the losing the games, it's not only about the losing those points, because the football which we are seeing from past 2 weeks is really disappointing, because it's kind of giving me the reflections about the football that we used to play under Koeman. That lack of decisiveness in front of the goal, that lack of motivation, and also the sharpness and that game intensity, it's really missing out of the game, and it seemed to disappear suddenly. Because right before that international break, this was the same team who thrashed Real Madrid right at their home. And now, currently we are struggling against the lower ranked teams such as Cadiz and Rayo. Well, everyone is confused. Everyone is confused. Like, what the hell has happened to Xavi's Barcelona suddenly? The first and easiest way to answer this question is to blame it all on the fatigue. Fatigue do play an important role, but even though, the players we have, we expect to see more from them. But right now, that motivation, that intensity is all missing. Another important factor for such deep in form would be the injuries, especially of Pedri and Pique's. And especially with Pedri, with and without him, the Barcelona completely looks different. No doubt, Pedri is the key player for Xavi because he's someone who can control the pace of the game, who can control the tempo of the game. And also lately, Pedri has started scoring goals. So this factor was actually helped Barcelona a lot to create attack through the center. Because in recent games, without Pedri, you really cannot see any attack being built through the center. The most probable, or similar kind of tactic would be to just pass the ball to Dembele, and from there Dembele would put an infinite number of crosses in the box for Aubameyang. And I'm not saying it's a bad move, because Dembele is a certain kind of player where you have to involve him in the game as much as possible. But still, we got to have some different option to open up that low block defense. Just passing the ball to Dembele on that left flank and just putting all the crosses, it's kind of getting similar and very predictable. And if you look at our other options in the midfield, we have Xavi, who recently has been playing good, but he hasn't been able to impact the game as Pedri used to do. And another one, if we talk about him, it's Frankie de Jong, who is right in front facing that criticism, because he's again back where he's underperforming when we needed him the most. Because we all know, I think it's the case with him, it's the case of lack of motivation with him, because we all know how good he is. He can run that midfield, he can cut through that low block defense and all. We know how good he is, but it's just the thing that he needs to step up, he needs to gain his confidence, because we need him now, because in the absence of Pedri, he's the most important player in our midfield. Well, moving on to another player which Barcelona is missing the most is none other than Piqué. And yes, it is true, Barcelona is indeed missing Piqué. Because under Xavi, Piqué has been very influential when it came to those small build-ups from the back, winning those 50-50 duels, aerial duels and all, closing down the players, especially strikers, before they create any certain kind of counter-attacks. And without Piqué, we have the defensive duo of Araujo and Eric Garcia most probably. With the case of Araujo, he can guarantee to win those aerial duels and all. But in the case of Eric Garcia, I think it's something different, because we all know how good he is with his feet, and that's his strongest point of his game. But still, I haven't seen him, distributing that ball very accurately as Piqué used to do. And that's the thing which we are lacking right now. And moving on to another important factor which Barcelona is missing right now is that those overlapping runs of Jordi Alba, because no one is to blame for this, because since arrival of Ferran Torres, the overlapping runs of Jordi Alba has been reduced. There is a reason. But still, Barcelona is lacking those pinpoint accurate crosses right inside the box for the players like Aubameyang, who thrives on it. And now talking about Ferran Torres, we all know he likes to cut inside to bring that ball on his right foot and to shoot. But from last 4 games, he has 0 shots on target, and that's kind of a worrying sign, because in recent weeks, he's been struggling to, dribble past the defenders, and while doing so, he likes to cut inside, as we said, and while doing so, he's kind of losing the ball, and that is cutting down the option for Jordi Alba to try and make those overlapping runs. But still, Ferran is a different type of player. A lot of his contribution comes without the ball. We already have talked about his movements inside the box, the way he drags defender out of their position to create spaces and all. Because at the end of the day, these are the things which are gonna go unnoticed. And he's different. He's different from what Barcelona fans expect from a winger. But still, the kind of player he is, he needs to add goals to his tally. As Ansu getting closer to his comeback, he needs to step up. As I already mentioned back in some of my videos, that this is a part of process. Sometimes things won't go in the way we want. We cannot do anything about the results, because it's easy to criticize just after a few bad results. And no doubt, that's a part of football. But the one thing we can do is to take advantage from these results and to keep on learning. And Barcelona has a lot to learn from these results. And right from that Frankfurt game, there is one issue which is getting highlighted more and more after each game, which is Barcelona need a quality striker. Barcelona need a striker with proper understanding, with proper vision, someone who can find his teammates in the spaces and can involve as much as possible in the build-up. Aubameyang, no doubt, he is a great striker, but of course he's not a long-term solution, but still he doesn't have that qualities where he can drop deep, link up with his teammates, find them in spaces. It's not his part of his game and even when he tries to do so, we can see how quickly he loses the ball. He's someone who scores the goals whenever you feed him those crosses and chances right inside the box. But to control the game, that is not enough for Barcelona. And if Xavi wants to play the game in Barcelona's way, Barcelona need to find a proper centre forward for next season. Lewandowski is a player who is quite now linked with Barcelona, and I think he would be a great addition to the team because he is that kind of profile that Barcelona are looking for, and he would be a great addition to the team, as I said, and he would be an upgrade to Aubameyang because he's the proper profile that Barcelona need now. Because as we all know, he's a lethal goal scorer, but also he's very influential when it comes to build-ups. With his international team Poland, he is the one who creates off all the attacks. So getting him at Barcelona for next season would be a great deal. Well, the results are indeed disappointing, but still, season isn't over and Barcelona have to keep hold on to that second spot of the league table because not only it guarantees you that Champions League spot, but also it guarantees you to play that Spanish Super Cup next season. That's it for today, guys, and I hope the recent dip in form of Barcelona is just a fluke and hope we can make a great comeback against Barca, the game which is gonna held right at the Camp Nou. Anyway, do let me know your thoughts about what do you think? What are the reasons for these poor results for Barcelona? Do let me know it all in the comments down below. And as usual, don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe this channel. And as usual, I'll meet you soon with another new video. Until that time, just enjoy the game.